Hey everybody, Tiffany here from the Inspire Shop. Today I just want to do a quick little overview of our healing prayer. We have this as a free resource on our website. You can grab that under our resource page. And so I just want to talk a little bit about what it is, what it's not, and how we go through that this month. So our creative devotional kit this month is about hearing God, praying, and going through the healing prayer, painting through that. We all have issues and we all have things maybe we don't even know about. And so this tool is really a reflective tool. So it's a time for us to have a little date with God and just get real. If there's something we know that's bothering us, we're bringing that to God and expecting Him to answer. It's a listening prayer. And so a lot of prayer is about praying for something, asking for something, talking. And this is really a quieting of ourself in order to hear God. And so it's a practice on that and just really for breakthrough. And so there's 5 questions. And so as you pray or as you paint through it, you pick 2 colors and you just paint whatever comes to mind. Something that I'm always telling when I lead this in a class and group setting is we are not praying to create, or we're not painting to create anything. We are just painting. Or so if there's something in your mind that you think that you're going to be creating, if there's a picture, don't do that. That's not where we're going. We are just painting and praying and listening. And so sometimes people don't even need to pick up their paintbrush. And you can do this prayer just sitting there without any sort of paint. But as you paint through it, it's just about hearing God and listening to Him and responding to that with painting. And so whatever that looks like, it's different for each person. And I think that's the beauty of it. And just hearing how people experience God through this and how that works with the painting. It's been just a beautiful process of an art therapy as the Lord moves. And so as you do this on your own, I just really encourage you to find a time that you could do it when you're quiet, you're not going to be interrupted. It can just really be peaceful time, really a date with God. So you and God go on this together. And so there's 5 questions. And so the question is, the first one, is there any sin that I need to confess of? Is there anyone I need to forgive? And if you remember in any of our other videos, we talk about how sin can get in the way of our communication with God. It's like a dam. If we think about our relationship with God as a river, and the communication is open and flowing, and all of a sudden we have this sin, we have some forgiveness, it acts as like a dam. And there's going to be a stop. Maybe some gets through, but there's definitely going to be a blockage in there. And so that is what we're praying through. Is there anyone I need to forgive? Any sin I need to confess of? And then the next question is, what is the emotion that I'm feeling? So maybe you don't even know what your emotion is. And so just praying and asking God what that looks like. And the next question is, when was the first time you felt this emotion? So maybe when was the first time you got angry? When was the first time you got really bitter or jealous or whatever that emotion is? And just praying and asking God what that is. And sometimes you'll have a memory pop into mind, something that you had no idea of, when you were 3 years old and you forgot about, and the Lord just brings that back. It's really amazing. And then asking what the lie is, because usually when there's hurt, there's a lie that the enemy has used, and these are strongholds. And so those lies are going to be strongholds in our lives that are going to be to our demise, right? We want God to be our stronghold, not sin or anger, or bitterness, unforgiveness. We want God to be that. And so we're asking God, what is the lie that's behind this? And then we're going to say, what is the truth? And this is the beautiful part where the Lord just brings it all together, and it's a time of healing. And so we can choose to believe that truth that He gives us. And so it'll either be scripture, maybe song lyrics, maybe He'll give you a vision of something. And so whatever that looks like, it's different for each person. It's different for each thing that you're going through. But it's just a beautiful time just to spend time listening to God. And so as you do that this week, as you go through the painting and the devotional, or maybe you just want to do this on your own without any paint or whatever that looks like, I just encourage you to get alone with God, have some time listening and reflecting and just being still and knowing that He is God. And God will answer. I have seen the Lord work miraculously through this prayer and myself and with others that I have led through it, and it has just been a blessing. And so I hope that the Lord will meet you there, that you'll quiet yourself and take time. If you've never done anything like this, I would encourage you to try and just see where the Lord leads to that. It's just a tool to use. There's so many prayers, like we've talked about in our prayer series. There's so many prayers we can pray, and this is just a listening, reflective tool. And so I hope that it will be a blessing to you and your relationship with God. Just to bring on healing maybe you don't even know you need. I encourage you to go there and for the Lord to speak to you in that. So with that, I will close. Have a great week. Bye.